Dear students, I am Dr. Vibhu Trivedi, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemical Engineering, Meerut Institute of Engineering and Technology. And the topic of this video lecture is MHD Power Conversion Part 2. So, in the previous video, which was named as MHD Power Conversion Part 1, we have learned about the definition of MHD power conversion, MHD power generator, and the types of MHD power generators, which are of two types: open cycle system and closed cycle system. We already discussed in that video the open cycle system. So let's move to the closed cycle system in this video. So the closed cycle works on Brayton cycle with inert carrier gas, which can be either argon or helium. Two general types of closed loop systems are part A, seeded inert gas carrier system, and part B, liquid metal inert gas carrier system. So let's first see the seeded inert gas carrier system. So it is explained via a figure. First we go through the content and then we'll try to understand through the figure. So the complete system has three loops. First is combustion loop, which is an open loop. Second is argon loop, which is a closed loop, and third is steam loop, which is also a closed loop. So we know that in open loop the working fluid is used only once through, and in closed loop the working fluid is recirculated again and again. This is the difference between open and closed cycle. So in the first loop, that is open loop, coal is gasified and burnt in a combustor. The flue gases are passed through primary heat exchanger HX1, which is given as the name HX1, comma air preheater and air purifier if required, and then discharged to the atmosphere. In an argon loop or MHD loop, a seeded inert gas is compressed and then heated in a primary heat exchanger. A small quantity of seed material is then added to make up for the loss of seed through leakage. The cesium metal is more expensive than potassium but attains adequate conductivity at a relatively lower temperature of 1900 degrees Celsius. As little makeup seed is required due to closed loop operation, an expensive but better seed material may be used. The lower temperature operation also permits wider choice of material for various equipment. However, operation at lower temperature reduces the thermal efficiency of the cycle. The DC output available from the MHD generator is inverted to obtain grid quality AC electricity. So in case of open loop system or open cycle system, we saw that potassium carbonate was used as seeding material, but in a closed cycle, potassium as well as cesium can be also used. The reason to use cesium is that it is an expensive material, but since the loss of material or loss of seed material in closed cycle is very low, it can be chosen as the preferred material. And the advantage of this material is that it gains reasonable conductivity at a lower temperature of around 1900 degrees Celsius. We saw that the temperatures in case of open cycle system were as high as 2300 to 2700 degrees Celsius. And also due to this lower temperature, the equipment can also be made through a variety of metals or materials, because as the temperature increases the choices of material to build the equipment also shrinks rapidly. So the now move after generating electricity from MHD generator, The residual heat of used argon is utilized to generate additional power through a waste heat boiler via a secondary heat exchanger named as HX2 and uh, turbine and generator. A part of the steam produced is also used to power the argon cycle compressor through a steam turbine. So here the same thing we can observe in the figure. So first the as usual the coal is burned and by heating burning the coal some heat is generated which is given via the first heat exchanger to argon which is our working fluid, and its seeding is done by uh, cesium metal, and this working fluid or the final working fluid is then sent to our MHD power generator. So here DC power is generated in the closed cycle and converted to AC power by by an inverter. Now the exhaust from the MHD generator is used to exchange heat via a heat exchanger HX2 which is used to generate steam for the use in conventional steam turbine generator. So here we can see that the steam formation is also a closed cycle system because the condensed water or working fluid is again and again converted to steam, and it does not leave the system. Similarly, the working fluid used in MHD generator does not leave the system and recycled again and again. Only the heat obtained by coal is used only once, and the hot gases are released to atmosphere. So it is a open cycle. Rest of the system or method is similar to the open cycle system. Now the next type of closed cycle system is liquid metal inert gas carrier system. Here the only difference is that instead of seeding by potassium carbonate or uh, cesium, a liquid metal such as potassium, sodium or lithium is directly used with the gas to provide conductivity. So these metals are excellent electrical conductors in the liquid state. So these are used in liquid state because their vapors are not as good conductors as the liquid ones. So these are used in liquid states only. So in this, the carrier gas is pressurized and heated by passage through primary heat exchanger within the combustor. The hot gas is then incorporated into the liquid metal, which is usually sodium, to form the working fluid. The working fluid thus consists of gas bubbles uniformly dispersed in an approximately equal volume of liquid sodium metal. So liquid metal and inert gas are mixed in equal proportions. After passing through the MHD depth, the liquid metal is separated from the carrier gas. The residual heat in the gas is utilized in the same way as explained above for the case of seeded inert gas carrier system. The boiling point of sodium is low, around 882.9 degrees Celsius, and therefore the working fluid temperature is usually kept around 15 degrees Celsius to keep the sodium in liquid state. A lower operating temperature offers the benefit of wider material choice for the equipment construction, but at the same time lower the thermal efficiency. The operating temperature and hence the efficiency can be increased by replacing sodium by lithium, which has a boiling point of 1300 degrees Celsius. But the constraint is that lithium is very expensive than sodium. So again, working is very similar to the seeded inert gas carrier system. Only here, seeded gas is not used, but a liquid metal with equal proportions in with the uh, inert gas is used. So here again the same thing happens. Coal is used to heat the gas, and then molten metal is mixed in it, which is used as a working fluid in our MHD generator. DC power is generated, which is converted to AC via an inverter. Here only difference is that the liquid metal is removed after being used in MHD generator from the exhaust gases and used again in the recycle, and the hot organ gas is used to heat the steam in the closed cycle system of a conventional steam turbine system. So in both type of closed cycle systems, only working fluids are different, but working is almost same. So let's see some advantages and disadvantages of MHD power generation or MHD power conversion. So first advantage is conversion efficiency of MHD steam hybrid plant may be as high as around 50 to 60 degrees, 50 is to 60%. That means fuel is better utilized. So if we combine a MHD power generation system with the conventional steam turbine system, we get the efficiency of around 50 to 60%, which is quite reasonable. Second is MHD generation uses no moving parts, so it is a long lasting system because no wear or tear take place due to moving parts. MHD unit is capable of rapid starting, which that means reaching full power level soon after the starting and taking up peak loads in an interconnected system. Lower emission of pollutants due to better pollution control. An MHD plant is compact and requires comparatively less space. So these are the advantages. Now move to the disadvantages. Very high operating temperature restricts the choice of material for various equipment. So it is obvious that very high temperatures are attained, and that's why some selected material can be used for construction of equipment because all other material can melt due to such high temperatures. Life of equipment is short due to high temperature stresses. The output power is available as DC, so inversion is required for integrating into grid. There are technical limitations on enhancing the fluid conductivity and the strength of magnetic field. So these are some disadvantages due to which the very frequent use of MHD power is restricted. So in this way, we in both these videos we have covered all about MHD power generation. Thank you.